Hey clanmates, it's spacecubicnub. This is another week in review, another one. This one's for September 28th, and let's try and get this thing done quicker than the last one, shall we? All right, so how's the clan been doing? Very well, actually. So we were ranked. Oh, look at first mess up. We were ranked 86 last week, and now we're ranked 77. Undoubtedly because of all of the advances we've been doing and doing very well. So that's pretty cool. New people to look for and say hey and welcome to the clan. Beefy Tanks, Zach, Executive Order got a promotion. Blizzard and people that have actually Captain Ottawa and Salty are also new, and Tainted was new last week but left. Don't know really what the story is there, but you know, whatever. Let's do win 8. Oh no, sorry, I forgot. See, I was actually doing it on purpose because this list, I don't like this list. I like the numbers. There's another part of the list that I don't like, but seeing as I do the video every week, I guess I have to mention Za Commander with 64%, Emperor with 62%, and Plausible. I don't think I've seen Plausible on here in a while at 60%. So wicked numbers. Even though there may be some hacks involved or some snarkiness, somehow snarkiness improves your win rate. I don't understand how it happens, but I'm just drawing conclusions here. 63% snarkiness. I don't know. And now we can move on to win 8. So people on the top of the list on this one: Northern Lion again, Salty Enema, Edward, Spartan, BC. Why is this no? This doesn't even go in order. Like, what's the matter with this list? Is that better? That makes more sense. It's the user. Salty Enema, Northern Lion, Executive, Edward, Bells, Diablo, Plausible is pretty darn close. All above 2,000. Win 8, so very nicely done. Strongholds, because of all those advances, guys, holy cow, these buildings, we upgraded the training room, the trophy brigade, and the transport building. So 3 buildings in 1 week is a hell of a lot. So training unit obviously gives us the crew booster. The trophy brigade, I have absolutely no idea what it does. It does requisition, so that gives us more resources when we play in skirmishes or advances. And the transport does something similar to that, basically gives us more resources. So pretty cool. Global map. Well, the global map is closed, so there is a lot to report here. I'm going to spend half an hour on this one page easily. No. We have no rank because it's closed. ELO is still the same number at 863, so that's the same. Clan treasury, we had no change there, so we haven't spent any money. Nobody has stolen any money. I saw Sick yesterday, so he's still here. He hasn't run away. I don't know if he would run away with 3,800. Doesn't seem worth it. He might be waiting until it's like, I don't know, 20 or 30. Then he might make it worth his while. Okay, skirmishes. Skirmishes, which would be like tier 8 or tier 6, have a lot of stuff have dropped here. So we were at 42%. We're only at 23% this week, which is kind of craptacular. The number of battles have obviously dropped from 6 to 4, which is part of that reason why that win rate has dropped. And we had 20 active players last week, and now we only have 13, so that's dropped. But yeah, so it looks like people played the 4 games and they only won 1, so probably just a rough night type of thing, but no big deal. And still appreciate the fact that these guys put in the time and effort to play a skirmish. What is this? Advances. So this is where there has been a significant jump. So last week we had 47. Win rate was 47. We're now up to 55. So clearly this has been a very good week for us. Number of battles is also up to from 20 to 31. And our active players are also up. We only had 33 last week, and this week we have 37. You can see this one. I'll do both win rate and battle. So lots of great guys with above 50% win rates. Hayward, Just Cause, Thunder, Cyberus, Plausible, Bleachman, Captain Camo, Mighty China, Jafter, Salty Anima, all above 60, and then we have a bunch of guys with above 50% win rate. So that's fantastic. And as far as is anyone concerned that BC is spending 82 battles in advances? That seems like a lot, doesn't it? Maybe the guy needs a vacation or something. That is, as I've always said in these videos, a tremendous amount of dedication that before win rate, before really anything else, that we have to acknowledge, because all of these people and all of this time spent in this game mode does not improve your stats, does not improve your bank or your wallet. All it does is better the clan's overall ranking and produce those industrial resources that gives us things like the credit booster. So when you see at the top left corner on the game a credit booster running and you basically make an extra 100,000 or 200,000 in a night, you need to thank or appreciate or see the connection between that and the fact that BC, Emperor, Mike, Sortek, Jamie, Sick, Shooting Blanks, Jafter, Zaw, Salty, Captain Camo, just to fit on sort of one page. All of these guys and all that time that they put into that. Thank ya. Global map. That's because we haven't played, so it's done. That was this is a lot quicker, which is good. And BC is actually going to be the guy that gets interviewed today, or this week. So let's jump to BC. Hey, BC.
Hey, Space. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. So, what is your position in the clan?
I am an executive officer here in the clan, and I am, along with Zaw and Sortek, responsible for global operations on the map. So for chipping on the global map, diplomacy, updating battles channels, creating strats, training, and some fun other stuff like Panzer 1C races, etc.
That sounds like a long list of chores.
It can be sometimes, but between the three of us, we're able to spread it out pretty evenly.
Cool. So one of the things that I've been asking the other guys is basically, not just where do they want this, clan to go and what do they want to do, but like what is it that you sort of are bringing to the table and wanting to bring to the table to shape the clan in that direction?
Okay. So what I offer and what I'm bringing to the table as far as this clan is concerned is I'm bringing the experience that I have acquired in the last several campaigns with the global map in particular and with dealing with other clans in a diplomatic manner, as well as bringing some new strats and new ideas. Ultimate goal, of course, is to just make a more competitive clan for everyone here with a focus on keeping our win rate up and having a good time doing it.
Yeah, so Sortek and Jamie had mentioned, that being competitive. Jamie had mentioned that his sort of role is to basically smooth out the bumps between the personalities, and so I guess what you're saying is that you're bringing the in-game part of it as far as chipping on maps and decisions regarding who we're going to fight and when we're going to fight on one maps and things like that, right?
Correct. Yes. Jamie particularly handles the day-to-day HR role, and then we have a few other folks that are handling other aspects of the clan. And I just try to focus on what's our best objectives for the map when it comes to the global map, and what's our best possible scenarios. And I try to work out, okay, who we might be fighting and where we might be fighting, and then I try to decide, okay, who's suitable caller for a suitable map, and so on and so forth, trying to kind of iron it out so that the expectations meet reality.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's an interesting expectations and reality. So, this week in review, the numbers are way up, quite impressive. The progress that we've been making. So, where, like let's say we were to predict, a week in review, a week from now, or 2 weeks from now, or I guess maybe 3 weeks from now, after this, the next campaign starts up, where would you like the clan to be as far as like ranking and do you have a goal in mind, or do you have
I
a?
do. Yeah, I would like to see us in at least the top 30 for this upcoming campaign. What we can realistically attain, I think we can get somewhere between, say, 50 and 30 as far as a position. I think we can improve that. And I would say, as far as seeing the numbers go up, I think that is directly as a result of the extra training that we've been doing almost on a daily basis.
Yeah, the expectations and reality, but the tier 10 advances were doing very well. I think we were, what, 40 something, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, that's kind of right in that ballpark. I know global map is slightly different, but it's, the same idea as far as tier 10 and the skill. So, who knows? Maybe reality will, come to fruition, as they say.
Yeah, well, I absolutely agree that we have been doing very, very well, particularly in advances lately. We were able to make, oh gosh, I think it was a couple 100,000 industrial resources within a few days. So everyone has done very well. Attendance numbers have been getting better. People's activity in the drills, in the training, has been fantastic. Nobody's complained or said, "Oh, I don't want to do this," or "I don't need this." So that's been fantastic to have those types of positive attitudes and outlooks upon training. Every single person in this clan, no matter how good of a tanker they are, can always use a drill, right? It's always good to have a drill. Every
Uh,
professional sports team has drills that they go through every day. For the folks that were in the military, they are very used to doing drill after drill after drill.
yeah.
And I think that's been a huge difference in our numbers a month ago to our numbers today.
Yeah, I like the drills, and yeah, it's muscle memory, right? Which is uh, yeah, needed in this game, for sure. Okay, that's awesome. I think, as far as the top brass, there's one more guy I got to do, Zaw. But it's clear that the four of you, five of you, all have a very clear direction that you want to take it in, and are sort of each taking on a role to get us there, and that's cool. And hopefully we get there, right?
One more thing, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. We got all the time in the world, BC.
Thank you, sir. I would just I would make a mention that if anybody in the clan, and I will mention this again in other areas, that if anybody wants to volunteer, we have volunteer positions available for a few folks to help out with keeping track of some records and doing some spreadsheets. If anybody is interested in that, come and talk to Sortek, Jamie, or myself, and we'll try to get them involved.
Yeah, it's interesting how we think about, like, premium rounds and angling tanks and stuff like that. But really, once you get into this clan and you get into the campaign, there's a whole other set of skills and data that you need in order to be successful. One of which is uh, what would you call it, intel, right? So
Absolutely.
have we played these guys before? What did they bring? Did we win? Did we lose? What strat did we play? And unfortunately, we don't. That just takes man hours, right? To
It takes man hours, but it also takes more battles. Quite frankly, we've only been in this clan now coming up, I think, on 2 months. But since we've come here, it's been a fabulous journey. Everybody's done a really good job. Everybody's worked very hard, and everybody's put the time and effort in, and it's been a great payoff.
Yep, I'm pretty happy. Okay, thanks BC for the interview, and until next week.
Thank you, sir.
So that was a good interview, and the last thing I wanted to point out, let me see if I can do this. It's just a little bit different. So I do obviously a bunch of different videos. There's basically like sort of 3 components. There's the week in review, which, and I think that's in training info. So I just wanted to point out in TeamSpeak where you can kind of find a bunch of stuff. So training info has the weekend review plus a couple helpful videos, especially for you new guys. Look at those so that you can understand certain terminologies or certain things that we do over here. In the Operations Center, if I'm in an advance or a global battle, I will post the games there. And I would encourage clan members to look at that for two reasons. One is maybe there was something epic in the game that you want to sort of watch again. But the other one, which is maybe a little bit more important, is just to kind of look at your gameplay or look at the team's gameplay and sort of analyze where maybe you made a mistake and what therefore you would do differently in the next game. So check those out, and I think that's oh, there's actually going to be possibly a 4th stream. I might start doing a recruitment video like thing where we post in the forums to try and get a few more guys, because definitely the more guys the better. So that's it for September 28th. Thanks very much, guys. Until next week.